What's up, y'all? It has been almost exactly a year since I posted my video showing how I made these DIY PVC guides for my boat. So this has been very helpful in launching my boat and getting it back on the trailer, especially when it's really windy and the boat's blowing around over the top of the trailer. I need something to hold it in place. So this mounting system with these U-bolts has worked really well. I love that I did that. But I do have a revision that I want to make in case anybody saw my old video and wants to see how to do this a little bit better. I'm going to change out the length of the pipe. So previously I used these 24 inchers just because I could get them as pre-cut sections, and I glued the caps on them. Upon kind of using this for about a year, probably about 20 outings or so, I really looked at, is that good or is that bad? The diameter of the pipe is perfect. It's strong enough, but it's a little bit flexible in case it needs to be, just to pinch the boat in tight. That worked out really well, but it's not long enough, and so you can see it's really rubbing the paint. Now this is just my go dink around kind of fishing boat, John boat, so I don't care about the paint that much, but probably better to have the paint wearing on the rub rail, so everything's hitting on the rub rail rather than sometimes on the rub rail, sometimes down here. So going to make them longer. That'll also help on steeper boat ramps. On regular height boat ramps, these work fine, but on really steep boat ramps, when the trailer is really dipping down low, sometimes these are under the water or just barely poking up above the water, and they're not actually that helpful. So if they're higher on the steeper boat ramps, that'll help me line it up, no problem. Especially when I'm doing it by myself, that's gonna be really helpful. Also, I glued these caps on there, but really they don't do anything. Nothing's going to get down in there, so they're not really protecting the pipe. I think it just aesthetically looked good to not have an open pipe, but they don't do anything, so I'm not going to put those back on there. At first I was worried about air getting trapped in that pipe, so I was thinking, do I need to drill a hole in there? No, there's not enough volume of air for that to be an issue. It's not going to float the trailer, nothing like that. But all that to say, not putting the caps back on there, so I'm going to redo this with longer sections, and you can get the pre-cuts in 24 inch, but not in 36. So I just went ahead and got a 10 footer, and so I'm going to cut this down so it'll stick up to about here-ish. And I'm going to touch up that paint while I'm at it. And for cutting PVC, obviously you can just use a hacksaw. You probably already have one, but if you don't have these PVC shears, they're actually really helpful. They cut up to 2-inch PVC pipe, and they're great for this kind of stuff. They don't give you the most square cut, but for something like this where it doesn't really matter if it's perfectly square or not, it's just quick and easy, and it's a good way to do it. So let's get to work. Not getting fancy with it at all, but felt like I might as well touch it up while I'm here, right? Now I got a spare one. Not that I need it, but I'm sure this will come in handy for something. While that paint is drying, I'm gonna go take the other one off. Same deal here. This paint's all messed up, so I'm gonna touch that back up. All right, I got that kind of crammed into place, but it's a tight fit. Well, ghetto hammer worked, and it's okay if it hangs out a little bit low, no problem. It's gonna slip and slide anyway. But now I've got a lot more clearance up top here instead of stopping right here. I had a few comments on the last video saying, hey, you can use heat to bend the pipe, but I actually like that it wants to be straight, and I'm forcing it out because it pinches the boat really tight. It's enough that I can force the boat in there, but it holds it on the trailer really well. snug it back up. Now do the same to the other side. All right, hopefully you found that helpful. If you watched my old video, you now know how to do it a little better than I did the first time. If you didn't see that video and don't know what I'm talking about, just go back, watch that video, look at these U-brackets, and just use the longer pipe. Till next time, stay safe, be free, and never stop seeking adventure.